Eventually, during your adventure through the Mojave, you will either get sent to Vault 22 or stumble upon it. This vault is flush with greenery rarely seen in the wasteland, which is always a red flag. The NCR wants to get their hands on some data from here to see why everything is growing so effortlessly. In fact, there's already a scientist named Keely on the scene, and after she has you do some of the busy work, if you have copied this data to your Pip-Boy, she will confront you about it. With a science skill of at least 70, the courier can convince Keely to not delete the data, so it can act as a blueprint for what not to do in the future.
Ah, good. You survived. I was beginning to think you hadn't. You'll be pleased to know that the spores should no longer be a problem. Now all that's left is to ensure that none of this ever happens again. The research that led to these abominations must be erased. I've managed to create a connection to the Vault's backup system from here. I just have to remotely delete all the files, and we're done here. No, it shouldn't take all that long. Just a few more moments, and... That's strange. The system says that the files were accessed recently and copied to an external source. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you? Yes, that sounds like something he'd do. Well, there's nothing for it then. Those files need to be erased. Hold out your arm and I'll have it done in a flash. How do you figure that? I suppose the data here could serve as a warning to other scientists. Tell them what paths of research not to follow. All right. You convinced me. Take the files back to that buffoon. You make a good point. But I still honestly hope you know what you're doing. I've unlocked the door, so you're free to run along now. Although it pains me to say it, I wouldn't have made it out of here without your help. If you're heading back toward McCarran, tell Dr. Williams that she has my thanks as well.
Get fucked.